Hi guys, so I am here with my November favourites video, and I think I definitely have a better favourites video this month than I did last month. Lots and lots of really random things to show you guys that I've really loved this month. So first of all, as always, I will start with my favourite book of the month, and that was Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. I started this book in October but finished it in November, and it was absolutely incredible. Fantastic conclusion to an amazing series. Was so happy with it and just how the series ended, you know, because it was a very important favorite series of mine. So like when you get to that last book and you're very looking forward to it but also dreading it because you know is this the end forever, you know, but it was a really worthy conclusion and I absolutely loved it. Also, I have 3 copies of this book. I have my Kindle copy, I have my US hard copy, and then I have this copy, and this copy was the exclusive edition from the Kingdom of Ash event in London on the 9th of November, which I was so lucky enough to go to. Shay and I went to London basically for me to go. I could actually only get 1 ticket, so I went in on my own and we just sort of bummed around London for the rest of the time. But it was really good to get to actually, you know, see her, even though I didn't get to meet her, get to see her in person, get to hear her talk about her inspiration, not only for the Throne of Glass series but her other series as well. We got to see her little baby come out on stage. It was an amazing event. We got to sign her own copy of this. So I went to a certain chapter in this book and made sure that I signed it because it was the most, for me, impactful chapter. And I made sure that I managed to sign my name with a little message there. It was a really brilliant event, and we got a goodie bag. I think depending on the ticket that you had, you could upgrade your ticket to have a goodie bag, which I did. So that came with this exclusive edition for that event, and it is signed. And we also got like a little, I think it's a temporary tattoo of the Lord of the North, as well as a wristband and a tote bag. So yeah, that was, so not only was the book a favourite of the month but also that event and going there, and it was just awesome. I loved it. So favourite movie of the month is a Netflix movie, and I watched it last week with my mum. We sat down and we watched the Christmas Chronicles, and oh my gosh, it was such a brilliant movie. Kurt Russell as Santa Claus is just brilliant. I thought it was a really good movie. Me and my mum were laughing throughout. Really brilliant Christmas movie, and I will be watching it, I think, several times more in the run up to Christmas because I thought it was amazing. Yeah, just absolutely loved it. Then a bit of a random favourite for November. It's these, and these are slippers. I'm not big on buying slippers or anything like that, but I saw someone post these on Instagram and I was like, oh my god. I say I'm not into slippers. I'm fussy. Like, I have in my mind the kind of slipper that I want, and it's very hard for me because I have size 9 feet. So a lot of the slippers that I see that I like, they only go up to like an 8, which is no good because I don't need my foot like hanging off the back of the slipper. So it's quite difficult. So I saw these and they were kind of sort of like the ones that I had been after, and they looked like a really comfortable, sturdy, warm slipper, and they were from Next, and plus they came in like this mustard colour. So I was like, which I'm obsessed with the colour mustard, in case you didn't know. And they went up to a 9, so I had to have them. I just absolutely had to have them, and they are so comfortable, so warm. I absolutely love them. They don't slip and slide on my feet. Like, once my feet are on there, like, they don't like slide off or anything. And they do like loads of different colours and stuff, but these were the ones I wanted. And yeah, I've just absolutely been loving them, particularly if I've come home from work and my feet are cold, because I think where I sit in the office there's like a draft, so even if the office is warm, my feet get cold, and then it takes ages for them to like warm up again. But those slippers I just absolutely love. Similarly, I've been using a foot cream, which is probably a little bit too much information, but I've shown before the yellow one of this, which is the Skin Repair, which has really helped the dry skin on my elbows, because I get horrible skin on my elbows, and that is the only stuff that's really ever helped it long term. And then my mum's been using, my mum uses the hand cream, which comes in like a green tub or tube, and then she'd also started using the blue one, so I decided to pick up the blue one for my feet, and it really does help with the skin on your feet, keep it like sort of soft. It comes like, not that you can really see that, but you only need a small amount really, and then I put some socks on, and I can tell in the morning, even though my feet aren't, you know, perfect, then when I wake up in the morning they are definitely better. You can tell a difference really quickly with this. So if you want really nice soft feet, I would recommend trying this stuff. It really does work. Love it. Also, I have a couple of skincare-y things to mention. I know I mentioned before the retinol serum or oil that I got from Revolution. So I've also bought the blemish and pore refining serum, and the idea is to use this morning and night, and it should help reduce sort of, you know, blemishes and reduce the size of the pores on your face. I've definitely, I mean, I don't know if it's like a placebo and I'm just imagining stuff, but I think I can really tell a difference in my pores. Like my pores, I suffer with my pores on my nose and in this section here. They always look large. Foundation kind of settles in it, and you know, makes them look worse sometimes, you know. But I think since using this, my pores look better. Whether that's just my imagination, I don't know. Because I keep going up to everyone like, do my pores look smaller to you? Do my pores look smaller to you? Genuinely do that. But to me, I think I've noticed a real difference. So really enjoy that, and it's not too expensive. I think it's like £6, so not bad. On the other end of the spectrum, I have this toner from Pixi. Normally the toner that I use is the La Roche-Posay Cerazinc toner, and I do really like this. But I was sort of running out of that and looking at what toner to try next. I thought, should I buy another one of that? But then I've always wanted to try Pixi. And I was actually in Boots, because I didn't realise that Boots sold Pixi. And it was suddenly there in front of me. And I was like, oh, because I was going to buy the Glow Tonic. Because that's the one that I see and hear about, is the Pixi Glow Tonic. But then this one was next to it, the Rose Tonic, which is Rose and Elderflower Nourishing Toner. And then what it said on the back was naturally soothing and rich in nutrients. This tonic helps to tone, balance pH, minimise redness and calm skin, rehydrates, replenishes and refreshes, suitable for even the most sensitive skin types. And even though I don't have the most sensitive skin on my face, I do have a lot of redness in my face, a lot of blemishes on my face, and particularly the day I bought this, the day before, I'd had some awful kind of 24-hour bug, and it really sort of took its toll on my skin. Even though it was only a day, like I woke up the next day and my skin was shocking, like all these like lumps, bumps, blemishes. I looked like a zombie or something. It was horrendous. So that's why I thought I'm going to give it another toner a go, and when I saw this one, I was like, please let it work. And I think in the very short time that I've been using it for pretty much a week, I think it's helped sort out those blemishes. I feel like it's a really nice toner. It feels very soothing to use. I mean, it is very early days. It does very heavily smell of rose. Obviously, you would expect it to, but I mean heavily. So if you don't like a rose scent, you will not like this at all. The scent doesn't bother me. So yeah, I think it's really helped calm my skin down after being ill, because yeah, it really did take its toll on my skin. I looked bloody awful. So I've really enjoyed using this so far. I might swap out when that finishes and try the Glow one, or just purchase another one of these, because so far I'm really enjoying this toner. Also sort of stick to sort of skincare makeup wise. I have shown this in a previous favourites video, but I've really been enjoying using this palette in the month of November, and that is the Blood Sugar palette from Jeffree Star. When I've done my makeup, when I've bothered to do my makeup this month, it's the Blood Sugar palette that I have turned to. It's here, and surprisingly I went with the reds, particularly the actual sort of blood sugar colour here. I actually wore it in one of my book haul videos this month. And yeah, that's the palette that I use. I used this palette when I went to London for the Sarah J Maas event. This is what I wore on my eyes. I've just really gravitated back towards this palette this month, and really enjoyed it, and sort of broken out of my comfort zones by delving into those reds, because I would never have thought that, you know, I could pull off red that way, but I actually loved how the makeup turned out. And yeah, it was like one of my favourite makeup looks ever. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. Also, I know I had an Ofra highlighter in my last month's favourites, and I have another one this month, because after I bought the Glow Baby, is it Glow Baby? Glow Baby? Space Baby, that's the one. I immediately thought, because that one's a, you know, a blue sort of iridescent highlighter, and I thought, I wonder if I can get sort of a maybe more natural one that's as beautiful, and I did. This one is called Star Island, and it's what I've got on today, right there. So it's just a little bit more of a wearable highlighter than Space Baby, even though I love that highlighter to death. It's not an everyday. You have to be very careful what you're wearing that with, you know, you have to be very matchy, whereas this is that little bit more neutral that should go with whatever I'm sort of doing makeup wise. It's beautiful. The formula of these highlighters is probably one of, if not my favourite highlighter formulas ever. I think it might beat my Jeffree Star. That's how much I love that highlighter. Also makeup wise, I have some liquid lipsticks. These are the LA Splash Classic Horror liquid lipsticks. The first one that I bought was this one, and it is Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde. This was the first one that I bought, and the formula of it just made me instantly want to order a couple more. This colour, I was wearing it in the book haul video where I wore the Blood Sugar palette. It's really nice. They're very comfortable on the lips. They don't feel too heavy. They don't feel too drying. They're really nice, and I love the packaging for these as well. The classic horror design is just really nice. I love it. So then when I decided to order a couple more, I went for Frankenstein, or Frankie, which is this one, and this is the colour that I'm actually wearing today. And then I also bought Drac, which is obviously a Dracula themed one, and I don't like this one as much. It's sort of a burgundy purpley colour, and I like the colour, but it's more patchy than the other two, so you really have to kind of build it up, which is okay, but it's just out of the two, or three I should say, these two are my favourite. But yeah, really enjoyed those. And then onto some really random things. My boss actually gave me, or bought me, a unicorn pen that looks like this. So it's like a fine liner there, and then it has a switch there to turn the light on. How well, like, it's quite bright. So yeah, it's a light up unicorn pen, but instead of being one of those pens where it only lights up when you write, you can have it on like that, and it's so cute. It's a gimmicky thing that is right up my alley. So that, and then something I ordered from Etsy, and it's this sort of acrylic heart. It's a Christmas ornament, and it says Erin and Shay's first Christmas as an engaged couple with the year on it, and it's just so cute. I had to have it to put up at Christmas. And then the last thing is this really random thing that I found in Primark, and it's a key ring that is a plant. It's got a little cactus in there, and it's called a pet plant. And he can go, like, you're only supposed to water him once a month. You just dip him basically in water for 3 to 5 minutes, and then yeah, he's a little pet plant, and I just love it. So it's a bit random, but yeah, I love it. So that's all my favourites for this month, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Happy reading.